I'm Omar Reese with NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network. Harrison Butker became the highest paid kicker in the NFL, agreeing to terms with the Chiefs on a 4-year, more than $25 million contract extension that includes almost $18 million guaranteed, according to NFL Network insider Ian Rappaport. In 7 seasons with Kansas City, Butker has made 89% of his field goal attempts and nearly 95% of his point-after tries. Texans head coach DeMeco Ryans confirmed that quarterback C.J. Stroud and the rest of the starters will play in Friday's preseason game against the Steelers. Elsewhere, the Raiders getting ready to kick off their preseason on Saturday against the Vikings, and head coach Antonio Pierce says both quarterbacks, Gardner Minshew and Aiden O'Connell, will play, quote, a legit quarter. Pierce adding who goes out first and second doesn't matter. Both will get a chance to showcase. And in Seattle, quarterback Geno Smith returned to practice after missing 4 previous sessions with a knee and hip injury. This has been NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network.
All right, when it comes to getting life insurance for your family, a lot of excuses can get in the way. But ask yourself this. If something were to happen to me, who would pay the mortgage, the kids' education, and the other bills? Then forget the excuses and check out Ethos Life, the online, easy way to get life insurance in 10 minutes. Ethos has rates that you can afford, like a $500,000 policy for a 40-year-old male starting at $1 a day or $30 a month, with a few health questions and no medical exam. Get your free quote right now at checkethos.com. That's checkethos.com. Not available in all states. Rates do vary.
Savings. Now that's speaking the Lowe's language. And when you join My Lowe's Rewards for free, the savings just keep coming. Save money with member-only offers, plus earn points when you shop. More points equal more rewards, just for you. Because Lowe's knows you earned it. Literally. Learn more about our loyalty program at Lowe's.com/MyLowe'sRewards and become a member for free today. Program subject to terms and conditions. Points are awarded on eligible purchases. See Lowe's.com/terms for full details. Subject to change.
And it is a Tuesday, Survive Monday. It's Tuesday, the 6th day of August, 2024. And, well, let's see what's going on today. Well, lots of things. I made it through the front door without spilling coffee all over myself. So I consider this a successful day. Yeah. Hey, you got to take the little things when you can. Coming up, a look at world and California news, local news, sports, financial news, weather. I'm Carroll in the newsroom. It's Jared. Good morning, Jared.
Good morning, Carroll.
Well, let's see. Looking back in history, on August 4th, 1805, the Lewis and Clark expedition began. Yeah, it seems like only yesterday. But Lewis and Clark, they started in St. Louis and went all the way past Portland to the Cape of Despair on the coast of the Pacific. The trip obviously contributed to Americans' understanding of geography in the U.S. And you know what the amazing thing is?
What?
They made the entire trek without ever stopping at a Stuckey's. Yeah. Pretty amazing, huh?
Pretty amazing.
Okay. And, you know, I've been in St. Louis. I've been to the mouth of the Columbia River where their expedition ended. And, you know, you just kind of wonder, these were really amazing people.
Oh, yeah. And did you know they brought their dog along with them the whole way, I want to say. Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. That must be fun, you know.
Yeah. Well, hey, you know, dogs come in handy.
Oh, yes. Especially when you're traveling into the unknown wilderness. Yes.
Yes. We're enjoying, Pam and I are enjoying a visitor. Louise is visiting with us. And Louise is a 2-year-old, not quite 2-year-old standard poodle puppy. She's still a puppy in the Guide Dog of the Desert program to become a seeing eye dog. And we're puppy sitting her for about 2 weeks. Louise has been visiting us before, and it's kind of nice to have a dog around the house. So,
yeah, isn't she pretty mellow for a poodle?
Poodles, for the most part, are pretty mellow.
Okay.
And she is very mellow. And it just kind of, kind of nice. We lost our shepherd about 2 years ago and miss having the dog around the house, but we don't. And people will understand that. Yeah, well, are you ready for birthdays?
Yes, birthday time. Let's do it.
Okay, actor, director Peter Boners is 86. He was on the Bob Newhart show, several of them. Actor Louise Sorel is 84. Actor Ray Buktanika is 81. Actor Dorian Harewood, 74. Actor Catherine Hicks, 73. Actress Stephanie Kramer, 68. She starred on Hunter on TV. Actor Faith Prince, 67. Randy DeBarge of DeBarge, 66. Actor Leland Orser, 65. Actor Michelle Yeoh is 62. Actor Jeremy Ratchford, 59. Actor Benito Martinez, 56. Writer-director M. Night Shyamalan is 54. Scary dude. Actor Marin Dungay, 53. Jerry Halliwell Horner of the Spice Girls, 52. It says here singer, but I won't go that far. Actor Jason O'Mara, 52. Actor Vera Farmiga is 51. Actor Soleil Moon Frye from Punky Brewster, 48. Actor Melissa George, 48. Actor Leslie Odom Jr. from Hamilton is 43. Local birthdays coming up.
For over a century, local broadcasting has evolved with the needs of the community. We move past the stigmas of opinion journalism and bring the most relevant news online, on air, and on the go. You have trusted us with your news, sports, weather, and entertainment. Trust us to keep moving with you. Text radio to 52886 and tell Congress local broadcasting is here to stay.
Happy birthday, Cameron Blaze Vasquez, Cora Guzman, Marcos Ceja, David McLean, Chris Weeks, Audrina Caldwell, Carmen Betancourt, Ashley Caldwell, Socorro Guzman, Tammy Foy, Juan Villegas, Arturo Tamayo, Kennedy Pecto, Jonah Carter Ibarra, Oscar Garcia, and AJ Silva. Happy birthday from KXO. And we've learned of a man who lived on a cruise ship for 23 years. And I've heard of this. You retire, you work out a deal with the cruise line and live on the ship, go wherever the ship goes. Yeah, pretty nifty. Anyway, the man lived on a cruise ship for 23 years. We understand he has disembarked, and he's suffering the effects of returning to dry land. And there's a medical name for it. Did you know that?
What is it?
It's called Gilliganitis. Okay, we've got news. We're ready to jump in with a look at World in California news headlines, brought to you by the Imperial County Air Pollution Control District, delivering real-time updates about the air that you breathe.
CBS News special report. Vice President Harris has chosen Minnesota Governor Tim Walz as her running mate. CBS's Nancy Cordes at the White House.
He's the only person on that list of 5 or 6 finalists who had both executive leadership experience and legislative leadership experience.
Walz called out the Republican VP nominee last week.
It's weird. I don't want J.D. Vance talking about my family. I certainly don't want him talking about my daughter or my wife. It's none of his damn business.
Trump's campaign is calling Walz a, quote, liberal extremist. Former Democratic National Committee official Haima Moore.
The Minnesota Democratic Party stands for Democratic Farmers and Labor Party. So Tim Walz has been all around the country. He understands the rural community. When he was a member of Congress, half of his votes of his bills were co-sponsored by Republicans.
Harris and Walz make their first campaign stop together in battleground Pennsylvania today. CBS News special report. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
The Imperial County Air Pollution Control District delivers real-time information about the quality of the air you breathe. Visit the website at apcd.imperialcounty.gov. imperialcounty.org to stay informed about air quality around the valley. The website also includes information for upcoming meetings, programs, and there's access to the dust cams set up around the valley. Visit apcd.imperialcounty.org today.
California headline news. Several homes reportedly destroyed by a fast-moving wildfire Monday afternoon in San Bernardino, in a community where fire isn't new.
Little Mountain is a community that's not unaccustomed to fire. The residents here are aware of fire and the threat that exists in this community. As engines were pulling up, people were already evacuating out of this area.
Eric Sherwin with San Bernardino County Fire. A person of interest reportedly detained in connection with the fire as fire crews battled triple-digit heat. COVID levels soaring across the state as a new, more transmissible variant spreads as people take their summer vacations.
People are traveling a lot, and that mixes risk from different parts of the country and the world.
Dr. Peter Chin-Hong at UCSF saying while hospitalizations are on the rise, they're just a fraction of what's been seen in the past. Cases of valley fever soaring across the state's Central Valley. Thousands exposed at a May Music Festival in Kern County. Now it's spreading in San Joaquin and Stanislaus County. It's caused by a fungus that grows in soil and dirt. Jeff Scott, California News.
And the World in California News headlines brought to you this morning by the Imperial County Air Pollution Control District. Log on to imperialvalleyair.org for real-time information about the air that you breathe.
Oh, no. Stomach issues again?
Stomach issues?
Who are you?
Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Total Wireless is made to totally keep up with you. We now have unlimited data that never slows you down. Covered by the Verizon 5G network. And for less than $30 a month, we make your phone your ride or die. Switch now and pick a free 5G phone with qualified plan purchase. And your fourth line at no additional cost. Visit your local Total Wireless store today. Total Wireless, we're totally with you. Actual speeds may vary by location. For data management practices, see TotalWireless.com.
And it's page one of the local news. Page one is a service of El Centro Motors Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers. What? Your auto air conditioner is not keeping you cool? Well, then head into Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers. They've got 3 locations in the valley. At El Centro Motors, in the Brawley Auto Center, Highway 86 and Julia Drive, and at the Imperial Valley Mall. Quick Lane services all makes and all models, and you never need an appointment.
Kxo News, we have a 2024 heat-related illness update. The third heat-related illness update has been released. Here is George Gale.
The update is released by the County Public Health Department. A heat-related illness has increased, according to the report, but heat-related deaths remain at 3. So far this summer, there have been 7 cases of heat stroke, 45 cases of heat exhaustion, and 21 cases of heat fatigue or dehydration. Information for the update comes from El Centro Regional Medical Center, Pioneers Memorial Healthcare Center, or Healthcare District, and from the Imperial County Coroner's Office. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
Over 70 pounds of fentanyl seized. Fentanyl was seized at the Andrade Port of Entry. The seizure occurred last week. Customs and Border Protection officers were conducting primary operations. They encountered a 46-year-old man driving a 1997 Ford truck, applying for admission into the United States. After a cursory inspection, officers referred the driver and truck to the secondary inspection area. Using non-intrusive scanning technology to conduct a comprehensive scan of the truck, irregularities were found in the rear of the truck. A search of the area resulted in the discovery of a spare tire. Inside the tire, officers found 60 packages containing blue fentanyl pills. The packages weighed 71 pounds approximately, and the narcotics and truck were seized. The driver was turned over to Homeland Security Investigations for further investigation. And there's progress in the Lightning Complex fire. The Lightning Complex fire is 3 different fires in 2 counties. An Imperial County strike team was sent to help mostly in the Burrell fire. According to the Monday update, the 3 fires have burned a total of 92,000 acres. They are 49% contained. The cause of the fires is under investigation. Individually, the Burrell fire has burned 59,000 acres and is now 68% contained. The fires are burning in Kern and Tulare counties. KXO News Time, 7:43.
Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers have the best price on name brand tires guaranteed. Now we're talking Michelin, Pirelli, Dunlop, Bridgestone, Continental, and more. See a Quick Lane service advisor and get the best price guaranteed. Remember, Quick Lane services all makes and all models, and they're conveniently located in the Brawley Auto Center, at the Imperial Valley Mall, at El Centro Motors, and their new mobile service van comes to you with no added charge.
It's Tuesday, and that means the County Board of Supervisors meet today. The public session begins at 10 a.m. Here's George Gale.
The board is expected to proclaim August as Child Support Awareness Month. They will recognize Eleanor Barraza as Employee of the Month for June. Employees' milestone anniversaries for June will be recognized. Certificates of recognition will be presented to the Imperial High School softball team. On the action agenda, the board will discuss a professional services agreement with Orbit Health Corporation and the Behavioral Health Department. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
And there is progress in the Nixon fire. Fire crews getting the upper hand at the Nixon fire. The Nixon fire started on July 29th in Riverside County near Temecula. The Monday morning update from CAL FIRE indicates the fire has burned over 5,000 acres and is now 82% contained. They say the cause of the fire is human, but they don't know if it was arson or an accident. Complete containment is expected this week. And we're continue with those fires because there's another one. Yes, another fire. The Park Fire continues to burn. The Park Fire is in 4 California counties, Butte, Plumas, Shasta, and Tehama. The fires started on July 24th. The cause has been determined to be arson. CAL FIRE updated the situation Monday morning. They say the fire has spread to 400,000 acres. They say it is only 34% contained. Numerous firefighting air tankers from throughout the state are currently flying fire suppression missions as conditions allow. That's it for page 1 of local news. Page 2 and weather up next.
Page 1 of the local news, a service of Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers with 3 locations in the valley. Quick Lane, they service all makes and all models, and you never need an appointment.
Stan's Auto Body has been serving customers in the Imperial Valley for many years now. Their mission is to be recognized as a premier provider of auto body repair services. Stan's Auto Body also works closely with you and your insurance company on your collision repair. They're committed to delivering superior quality and customer service by exceeding your expectations. Stan's Auto Body thanks you for making them #1 with CarWise.com. Give them a call or stop by 1880 West Euclid Avenue in El Centro.
Page 2 of the local news and weather brought to you by Burgers and Beer, serving the best burgers in the valley. Don't forget daily lunch specials Monday through Friday. And, of course, happy hour 3 till 6 p.m. every day.
The IID Board of Directors meets this afternoon. Regular session begins at 1 p.m. Here's George Gale.
The regular session begins at 1 o'clock this afternoon. Meeting will be held at Condon Auditorium on Broadway in El Centro and teleconference from Minot, Phelps, and Phelps in Sacramento. On the action agenda, the directors will be asked to approve a project for replacement of the desilting basin bypass gates at Imperial Dam. They will adopt a resolution for the Nyland Sanitary District land sale, and the directors will be asked to adopt a resolution directing the development of a center pivot irrigation pilot project grant program. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
And Goodwill comes to Imperial County. Goodwill Industries brings its mission and services to Imperial County. They will have a new donation center, retail center, and community employment center. The new facility is opening at 351 Wake Avenue in El Centro. That's where the old Lucky's was. And the site's donation center has been actively receiving donations, including clothing, electronics, household goods, and furniture since April 19th. The ribbon cutting for the facility will be August 8th at 8:30 a.m. The grand opening is at 9 a.m. That'll be tomorrow morning. And Brawley City Council meets today. The Brawley City Council meets at 6 o'clock this evening. Here is George Gale.
And by the way, the grand opening is Thursday.
That's Thursday?
Yes.
Oh, well, that Goodwill. Opening Thursday.
Go ahead and you be there tomorrow morning, and you'll be first in line.
I'm going to camp out.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, here's Brawley.
They will meet in council chambers on Main Street. During the meeting, they will be asked to approve a contract with Imperial Flying Service for airport manager, fixed base operator of the Brawley Municipal Airport. They will review downtown parking. Council will also they're expected to accept South Environmental Report concerning the historic built environmental assessment for the Brawley Tower project. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
And routine maintenance is scheduled. The city of El Centro announces routine maintenance. It is for the dog park. The city says the dog park will be closed from August 12th to September 8th. The reason is routine maintenance. They thank you for your understanding, and your four-legged friends, hopefully they understand as well. KXO News Time, 7:49. We'll take a look at weather.
Did you know that Burgers & Beer has happy hour every day from 3 to 6? With specials on select appetizers, beer specials, and more. Ask for drink specials all day with $5 drinks like Margarita Monday, Tonic Tuesday, Wine Down Wednesday, and Thirsty Thursday. Check out our weekly lunch specials with a soft drink starting at only $8.50. Specials include Bud bottles for only $4.50. Burgers & Beer with 5 locations proudly serving you, your family, and friends since 1985. Burgers & Beer for the best burger in town.
The National Weather Service says excessive heat conditions will continue today across the Imperial and Yuma valleys. Temperatures are expected to be closer to seasonal normals during the middle of the week before heating back up into the weekend. An excessive heat warning remains in effect until 8 o'clock this evening. Today will be sunny and hot with a high near 112. Heat index values will make it feel like 119. Look for winds out of the northwest, 5 to 10 miles an hour. Partly cloudy tonight with a low around 88. Southwest wind 10 to 15 miles an hour, gusting up to 25 miles an hour, turning out of the southeast later. Mostly sunny on Wednesday with a high near 106. Heat index values as high as 113. Southeast wind about 5 miles an hour. High in the valley yesterday was 110. The overnight low, 86. 91 degrees currently, 65% relative humidity. Wind out of the south-southeast 5 to 7. And air quality is good everywhere except El Centro and Brawley. Air quality is moderate there. That's it for page 2 of the local news. Brought to you by Burgers & Beer, the place for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Bring the family, meet your friends at Burgers & Beer.
Goodwill announces the grand opening celebration at their new facility, 351 Wake Avenue in El Centro, Thursday, August 8th. Ribbon cutting at 8:30 a.m., followed by the grand opening at 9. There are so many nice things to discover in a Goodwill store, and this one is stocked with everything you need for a sustainable shopping experience, including name brand clothing, electronics, household goods, furniture, home decor, and more. Every purchase and donation supports Goodwill's mission to provide training and employment opportunities to individuals facing barriers to work. Our Community Employment Center career advisors are ready to assist job seekers with their job search and workshops, including workplace communication, conflict resolution, financial literacy, resume development, application completion, interview prep, and more, all at no cost. Join Goodwill on August 8th at 351 Wake Avenue for our grand opening. Goodwill, making good happen.
And it's sports time, brought to you by Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, an affiliate of the Scripps Health Network, working together to provide you the best care. The Chicago White Sox lost their 21st straight game, tying the American League record. It was a 5-1 beating at the hand of the Oakland Athletics last night. What can I say? Chicago is on the longest losing streak since the 1988 Baltimore Orioles lost 21 in a row. By the way, the National League record since 1900 is held by the 1961 Philadelphia Phillies. They lost 23-8. Elsewhere in Major League Baseball, the Mets shut out the Cardinals 6-0. Diamondbacks nipped the Guardians 7-6 in 10. Reds whipped the Marlins 10-3. Giants over the Nationals 4-1. Rangers edged the Astros 4-3. Twins shut out the Cubs 3-0. Red Sox ripped the Royals 9-5. It was the Dodgers holding on and beating the Phillies 5-3.
Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, ready to serve you and your family for all of your healthcare needs. Let our team of dedicated physicians guide you on your journey to better health. Pioneers is a recognized leader in healthcare and has more than 10 health centers and clinics throughout the Imperial Valley. When the need arises, don't hesitate to come and see us. We have services and locations in Calexico and Raleigh, and of course, our award-winning hospital, Pioneers Memorial. For more information on all Pioneer services, visit www.pmhd.org today.
Well, Freddie Freeman returned to the Dodgers yesterday in the wake of a harrowing 2-week stretch in which his 3-year-old son, Maximus, battled a rare neurological disorder. And Freeman had a pretty good game. Elsewhere, Scotty Scheffler was a model of calm Sunday as he delivered the greatest closing round of his career. The final 2 hours were about charges and collapses, pure theater that ended with the Olympic gold medal fittingly draped around the neck of golf's #1 player. Meanwhile, the San Francisco 49ers are willing to listen to trade offers for Brandon Ayuk and have given the star wide receiver permission to negotiate a contract with other teams. It represents a significant change for the 49ers, who did not have the same willingness to listen to trade offers at the start of training camp. That's it for Sports Time, brought to you this morning by Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District. Log on to pmhd.org for more information about Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District. And we're going to scoot right into financial news and a brief look at the weather. Brought to you this morning by Southwest Security, a locally owned company protecting you, your home, your business, your construction site, 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. Google has violated U.S. antitrust law with its search business, according to a federal judge, handing the tech giant a staggering court defeat with the potential to reshape how millions of Americans get information online and to upend decades of dominance. After having carefully considered and weighed the witness testimony and evidence, the court reaches the following conclusion. Google is a monopolist, and it has acted as one to maintain its monopoly, according to U.S. District Judge Amit Mehta. In Monday's opinion, it has violated Section 2 of the Sherman Act. The decision by the U.S. District Court for the District of Columbia is a stunning rebuke of Google's oldest and most important business. The company has spent tens of billions of dollars on exclusive contracts to secure a dominant position as the world's default search provider on smartphones and web browsers. And good news, perhaps, if you're in the market to buy a house, the word is houses are getting a little bit smaller. And with that, the prices may drop just a little bit. Don't count on it, but that could happen. The first half of this century, new single-family homes have been growing. In 1973, the median size of completed single-family homes was 1,525 square feet. By 2015, that number had ballooned to almost 2,500 square feet. Make them a little bit smaller, and they may be a little bit less expensive, or the price spikes may not be as sharp. Looking at the big board, things are almost back to normal. Right now, the Dow is up 472 points at 39,175. The S&P 500 up 81.5 points at 52.67. The NASDAQ up 251 points at 16,450. Gold down $12.90 an ounce. Oil up 90 cents a barrel.
Southwest Security has been protecting properties 24 hours a day, 365 days a year, right here in Imperial and Coachella Valleys. Hi, this is Jason Jackson, owner of Southwest Security. I've been in the private security business for over 25 years and have always made it my mission to always provide my clients with the highest quality security services available. Your satisfaction is my number one priority. And don't forget Southwest Postal, the only postal center in Imperial Valley with 24/7, 365 access to your post office box. Access when you need it. Located on the corner of 4th and Heil in El Centro.
It will be sunny and hot today with a high near 112. Heat index values will make it feel like 119. Look for northwest winds 5 to 10 miles an hour. Partly cloudy tonight with a low around 88. Southwest wind 10 to 15 miles an hour, gusting up to 25 miles an hour. The winds turn out of the southeast later. Mostly sunny on Wednesday with a high near 106. Heat index values make it feel like 113. Southeast wind about 5 miles an hour. 91 degrees, 63% relative humidity. Air quality good everywhere except moderate in Brawley and El Centro. Financial news and the weather brought to you by Southwest Security and Southwest Postal. Southwest Postal, 4th and Heil in El Centro.
It's the 2024 Summer Games, and AM 1230 has them covered.
She is the swimmer that everybody is going to be watching.
We will feature updates from Paris and all the venues of the 2024 Summer Games through the closing ceremony.
Simone Biles, you already know who she is. She has 7 Olympic medals. Team USA wants to win gold on the track. He's our best.
Our coverage of the Summer Games is brought to you by
H&R Block and Southwest Security Services.
The Summer Games on Kxo AM 1230.
The best oldies on the radio. KXO El Centro, the Imperial Valley's local news source.
CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by T-Mobile.
I'm Steve Kathan. Vice President Kamala Harris says her new running mate has delivered for working families. Minnesota Governor Tim Walz was picked this morning for the number 2 spot on the Democratic ticket. CBS's Nancy Cordes.
He's the only person on that list of 5 or 6 finalists who had both executive leadership experience and legislative leadership experience. He, of course, has been the governor of Minnesota for 6 years now, but before that, he was a member of Congress for 6 terms.
Walz calls the selection an honor of a lifetime. Former DNC official Haima Moore says Walz could help Harris with support in the Midwest.
The Minnesota Democratic Party stands for Democratic Farmers and Labor Party. So Tim Walz has been all around the country. He understands the rural community. When he was a member of Congress, half of his bills were co-sponsored by Republicans.
Harris and Walz will rally supporters in Philadelphia later today. The Trump campaign brands the Harris VP pick as a, quote, dangerously liberal extremist. Now to the southeast. Wind and rain batter Charleston, South Carolina, one of many places expecting a drenching from Tropical Storm Debbie, and getting it now. CBS's Christian Benavides is in waterlogged Savannah.
Georgia is still under a state of emergency. About 8 inches of rain have fallen, and people are bracing for what could potentially be that going into the double digits by Wednesday.
The storm, which hit Florida as a hurricane, is blamed for at least 5 deaths. Nearly 200 people needed to be rescued from high water north of Sarasota. CBS's Jim Krasula has the latest today on the fatal shooting of an Illinois woman by a lawman who's now charged with murder.
The deputy sheriff who fatally shot Sonia Massey in her Springfield, Illinois home last month says he thought that when she unexpectedly said, quote, "I rebuke you in the name of Jesus," she intended to kill him. That's what Sean Grayson wrote in his field report on July 9th, 3 days after he shot Massey, a 36-year-old black woman who had called 911 for help.
The financial markets are bouncing back from yesterday's trouncing. CBS News business analyst Jill Schlesinger expects market volatility will continue for a while.
I think it will. I don't know for how long. And I think that this is part of being an investor. It's sort of the price of admission. I know we hate to hear this, but when we have a big up day, a big down day, all this, I try to just say, take a deep breath. Don't try to make any big moves in these moments.
And right now, the Dow is up 482 points. The S&P is up 84. This is CBS News.
Switch to T-Mobile and save with tons of benefits on every plan versus AT&T and Verizon. Use the savings calculator to find out how at T-Mobile.com/switch.
It's better over here. If you're 55 and up, T-Mobile has an exclusive rate plan just for you. Right now, get 2 lines of talk, text, and data for just $30 a line. That's a 45% savings versus Verizon and AT&T. Plus, you can get one of the latest 5G phones free when you add a line. That's right, a free 5G phone. Experience all this and more on America's largest 5G network. So why wait? At T-Mobile, customers 55 and up can get 2 lines of talk, text, and data for only $30 a line. Just go to T-Mobile.com/choice55 or visit your local store to make the switch.
With autopay using debit or bank account plus taxes and fees, 45% off 2 lines versus AT&T Starter and Verizon Welcome. Plan benefits vary. Free phones up to $300 off with 24 monthly bill credits and qualifying new line for well-qualified customers plus tax and $35 device connection charge. Contact us before canceling your entire account to continue remaining bill credits. Bill credits end if you pay off device early. See details at T-Mobile.com.
The yearly cost of cancer screening is rising.
A study in the Annals of Internal Medicine finds the U.S. spent $43 billion a year in 2021 to prevent 5 different types of cancer: breast, cervical, colorectal, lung, and prostate. The price is part of the estimated $250 billion spent on cancer as a whole. Each year, researchers found more than 88% of screening bills were paid for by private insurance. The rest, mostly government programs. The head of the American Cancer Society says screenings are well worth the price when you're talking about saving people's lives. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
911 operator Caitlin Kramer saved the day last month when a Nashville woman went into sudden labor. Kramer says her experience kicked in when the phone call came in. She told bystanders what to do, and within minutes, she could hear the baby's cries over the phone. Steve Kathan, CBS News.
And now, more of the best oldies on the radio.
I always have my music on.
With Carroll Buckley.
I can't go a day without it.